Akoma TV no waso go so awuti bo mo ya se obe like go comment obe subscribe no wa share notification bell no nsa etumi aboso ma se ne be ya the news about bonti am nsa etumi manifest within head of the organization we American symbol na e gbora nsa ne e gbora or the National Democratic Congress na you pay at the DNA submission for national communication officer the National Democratic Congress NDC or the Sammy about to Abontia and several about to submission a big problem as a big trouble madam or what another doctor for now by some Dr. Mahmoud Baumani pay for you some say they are involved in Galamsey now and similar canals and self attack and was said that just also in really good then the patriotic partners and not down for the now by our not down for the DNA Dr. Mahmoud Baumani we say list can say evidence be about one say about Al Jazeera says expose be ground I just say pay you for be do more to the police and see so about to about that means say small kind of yes so we need and so catch say the National Democratic Congress so many are say them so many are Sammy say the mobile one and just some good the patriotic party pay you for masia also the see so about to about so my go tie in some Sammy Gyamfi so
environment. And the reason why I say this issue is a national crisis is because it borders on our collective survival as a people, as human beings living in this country called Ghana. Because when we went to school, we were told that water is life. Every human being depends on water for sustenance. We were also taught that when the last tree dies, the last man dies. Because the oxygen we breathe is the byproduct of photosynthesis that trees go through. And so when you have a situation where our duty bearers, persons we have elected into positions of authority and entrusted our taxes to, our sovereignty to protect us, to protect our environment, end up engaging in the most obscene destruction of our environment in search of gold to satisfy their greed and selfishness, then you have a national tragedy of monumental proportions on your hands. Because where Ghana is going to, Doc, we are faced with imminent extinction. Imminent extinction. You just have to listen to the Ghana Water Company Limited, who have been complaining about the high cost of chemicals for the treatment of water from these water bodies, which is what runs through our taps. These water bodies have been so polluted with cyanide and other chemicals used for illegal mining that it is no longer safe for human beings to drink them. And yet, because the people who live in the communities where illegal mining is so rampant depend on these water bodies as their direct sources of drinking water, they are contracting all manner of diseases. I have seen that firsthand. I saw that when I went to the central region, specifically the River Pra in the central region, with some media men for a press conference. And I saw children with all manner of skin rashes and diseases, all because they bath and drink from Galamsey polluted water bodies. So the evidence is there for everybody to see. And this is a national issue that whether you are NPP, NDC, CPP or PNC, you must rise up to be counted in this conversation. You cannot be silent about what is going on. You see, Doc, I like to start from the gold mafia expose of Al Jazeera, because you see, the reason why Galamsey has been thriving in recent time is because it has become the source of illegal gold purchases for gold smugglers like Alista Matthias, a Canadian citizen who has been busted by international news network Al Jazeera for his gold smuggling and money laundering activities in Ghana and other African countries. In the said documentary, this Alistair Matthias is described as a financial architect. And Doc, you know what he does? He helps corrupt African leaders to design money laundering schemes. Okay, he helps them to embezzle funds and then launders the funds for them through various gold trading activities. And when I was watching that documentary, because when they started airing the documentary, I'm talking about Al Jazeera, they released the documentary in parts. So part 1, part 2, part 3, I had heard nothing about Ghana. It was all about Zimbabwe, South Africa, and all that. So I was excited. But to my shock and dismay, when the part 4 was released, we heard the name of the first gentleman of this country, our president, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. According to this shady character, Alistair Matthias, President Akufo-Addo is his friend and lawyer. And that this Akufo-Addo government has been awarding his companies, Goldrest, Matthias Holdings, various supply and construction contracts. And according to this Alistair Matthias, who was speaking to Al Jazeera investigative journalist posing as businessman, he says that in Ghana, the Akufo-Addo Bawumia NPP government awards him inflated contracts. And when they are awarding the inflated contracts, he doesn't perform the contracts. He only subcontracts those jobs to other companies and then shares the padded amount with his corrupt collaborators in the Akufo-Addo Bawumia NPP government. And then he further banks their share of the booty for the corrupt officials until when they demand for it. And he was so specific, that he gave an instance where he was awarded a contract of $100 million, a job he never did, yet made a staggering profit of $20 million on it. Because according to him, he didn't perform this $100 million contract awarded to him by the Akufo-Addo Bawumia government. He subcontracted it to another company at $80 million, got $20 million free money, kept $5 million, and gave $15 million to his partners in crime in the Akufo-Addo Bawumia NPP government. Look, these are the sordid details of the Al Jazeera gold mafia expose as it pertains to Ghana. And what is even sad is that Alistair Matthias claims that he exports or smuggles out of Ghana 1 ton of gold every month, equivalent to $40 million. And these are gold that smuggled out of this country without going through the necessary processes so that Ghana can even get the revenue we need from such transactions for nation development. And he says that I am able to do all these things because the president of Ghana, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, is my friend. And what really shocked me was the answer President Akufo-Addo gave Al Jazeera when he was contacted. And his attention was drawn to these damning statements that Alistair Matthias had made about him. Look, President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, when he was contacted by Al Jazeera, could not deny the assertion by Alistair Matthias that he is his friend and an accomplice to his gold smuggling and money laundering schemes in Ghana. President Akufo-Addo's answer was that he doesn't recollect ever being a friend or lawyer for anybody like that. He doesn't recollect. He doesn't recollect. What an answer. What an answer. Every lawyer will tell you that when you see a witness in a witness box, And he's being asked direct questions, yes or no questions, and his answer is, I don't recollect, I don't remember. Then you know that that person is hiding something from you. And since this matter came up, I've heard all manner of excuses, arguments by some journalists and some persons who work at the presidency who have sought to deny this. And what did they say? President Akufo-Addo has not been practicing law since 2000 when he was made Attorney General. A clear fabrication. Because we all know that President Akufo-Addo is a partner of the law office or chamber called Akufo-Addo Prempeh & Co. And President Akufo-Addo is on public record to have stated that the current Attorney General and Minister of Justice, Godfred Yeboah-Dame, is his protege, who he trained in his law office. And Godfred Dame was called to the bar in 2003. So if Akufo-Addo had nothing to do with that law office that he and Prempeh and others set up after 2000, how come he claims that he trained, or Godfred Dame trained under him in his law office after 2003?
I know any Sammy Gyamfi, so he can appear with the National Communication Officer at the National Democratic Congress, no to the new to also TV say, okay, can't say, or person who the New Patriotic Party pay for another down to Kufado, Dr. Mahmoud Bowman pay for the new as say, they are involved in Gyamfi. Now, so any New Patriotic Party pay for AC Galam, they say, who it's at Gyamfi, so when you also catch it, also share what dream or comment social media bra, so it's marking kind will be also out on the aha. Eya promotive ni America sebo ebe musu bidi ed obinye go section makram